This is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the Lord, the Judge, the Ruler, the Standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the One, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio. On-screen study, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on-screen undeniable facts of Scripture.
Understanding the Bible Radio, Ron Saxon here, back with Joshua 8. Joshua 8, yes, we are going in, seeing what happened here. First time they go into Jericho, defeat Jericho. The Lord said, don't take their stuff and keep it for yourself. You're supposed to give it to the treasury. It's the Lord's treasury. Keep it in the Lord's treasury. Somebody has to go, Achor had to go and steal some gold and silver, some garments, something that he saw. He had to keep, buried it in his tent. They go up into a small city. I want to say that's how you pronounce it. And they say only send 3,000. Only send 3,000 men to do it. And they go up there and can't beat them. Can't get them done. Can't get it done. Joshua throws dirt, and the priests, they throwing dirt on themselves and lamenting on the ground to the Lord about it. And the Lord says, listen, why, get thee up. What are you doing? Get up. Somebody done stole something. Basically, just paraphrasing. Somebody done stole something. Go find it. They found the person that stole it, Achor, and they got him all together with all the kids, the family, the animals, everything. Got him together, stoned him, all of them. Got his whole tent, everything he had. Stoned him and killed him, and then burned him. They burned him and then piled stones all up on top of him. Yes, this was a serious deal. Looking at Joshua 8 right now. Hit the follow button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Let me know you're there. Hit that like button for me one time. That's all it takes. And I'd appreciate it. I'm going to hit mine. Okay, boom. There you go. Got likes. Give me some like. Give me a like, please. Give me some like. Can you do that for me? That's all it takes. No money, no tithing, no seed sowing here. Like it, share it. It's totally up to you. Subscribe on the YouTube and also hit the bell notification. We're going to Joshua 8. All right. So let's see here what it says. Let's see what's going on. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear not, neither be thou dismayed. Take all the people of war with thee, and arise and go up to Ai, all the people. See, I have given unto you I have given unto thy hand the king of Ai, and his people, and his city, and his land. And thou shalt do to Ai the king as thou hast done unto Jericho and her king. Only the spoil thereof and the cattle thereof ye shall take for a prey unto yourselves. Lay thee an ambush for the city behind it. So Joshua arose and all the people of war to go up to Ai against Joshua. And Joshua chose out 30,000 mighty men of valor and sent them away by night. And he commanded them, saying, behold, ye shall lie in wait against the city, even behind the city. Go not very far from the city, but ye all ready. And I and all the people that are with me, will approach into the city, and it shall come to pass when they come out against us, as at the first, that will flee before them. For they will come out after us till we have drawn them from the city. For they will say, they flee before us, as at the first. Therefore, we will flee before them. Then Ye shall rise up from the ambush and seize upon the city, for the Lord your God will deliver it unto your hand. And it shall be, when ye have taken the city, that ye shall set the city on fire. According to the commandment of the Lord shall ye do. See, I have commanded you. Joshua therefore sent them forth, and they went to lie in ambush, and abode between Bethel and Ai, on the west side of Ai. But Joshua lodged that night among the people. And Joshua rose up early in the morning, and numbered the people, and went up, he and the elders of Israel, before the people of Ai. And all the people, even the people of war that were with him, went up and drew nigh, and came before the city, and pitched on the north side of Ai. Now there was a valley between them and Ai. And he took about 5,000 men, and set them to lie in ambush between Bethel and Ai, on the west side of the city. And when they had set the people, even all the host that was on the north of the city, and their liers in wait on the west side of the city, Joshua went that night into the midst of the valley. And it came to pass, when the king of Ai saw it, that they hasted and rose up early, and the men of the city went out against Israel to battle, he and all his people, at a time appointed before the plain. But he wist not that there were liers in ambush against him behind the city. An ambush, and all Israel made as if they were beaten before them, and fled by the way of the wilderness. And all the people that were in Ai were called together to pursue after them, and they pursued after Joshua, and were drawn away from the city. And there was not a man left in Ai or Bethel that went not out after Israel, and they left the city open, and pursued after Israel. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Stretch out thy spear that is in thine hand toward Ai, and I will give it into thine hand. And Joshua stretched out the spear that he had in his hand toward the city. And the ambush arose quickly out of their place, and they ran as soon as he had stretched out his hand. And they entered into the city, and took it, and hasted, and set the city on fire. And when the men of Ai looked behind them, they saw, and behold, the smoke of the city ascended up to heaven, and they had no power to flee this way or that way. And the people that fled into the wilderness turned back upon the pursuers. And Joshua and all Israel saw that the ambush had taken the city, and that the smoke of the city ascended. Then they turned again, and slew the men of Ai. And the other issued out of the city against them. So they were in the midst of Israel, some on this side and some on that side. And they smote them, so that they let none of them remain or escape. And the king of Ai took alive and brought him to Joshua. They took him alive and brought him to Joshua. And it came to pass, when Israel made an end of slaying all the inhabitants of Ai in the field, in the wilderness, wherein they chased them, and when they were all fallen on the edge of the sword until they were consumed, that all the Israelites returned unto Ai, and smote it with the edge of the sword. And so it was, that all that fell that day, both men and women, were 12,000, even all the men of Ai. For Joshua drew not his hand back, wherewith he stretched out the spear, until he had utterly destroyed all the inhabitants of Ai. Only the cattle and the spoil of that city Israel took for a prey unto themselves, according to the word of the Lord which he commanded Joshua. So Joshua held his spear out until it was all over. He held it out, stretched it out, and held it out until it was done. And Joshua burnt Ai, and made it a heap forever, even a desolation unto this day. And the king of Ai he hanged on a tree until eventide. And as soon as the sun went down, Joshua commanded that they should take the carcass down from the tree and cast it at the entering of the gate of the city, and raise thereon a great heap of stones that remaineth unto this day. Then Joshua built an altar unto the Lord of God of Israel in Mount Ebal, as Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded the children of Israel, as it was written in the book of the law of Moses, an altar of whole stones, over which no man hath lifted up any iron. And they offered thereon burnt offerings unto the Lord, and sacrificed peace offerings. That's all unto the Lord. And he wrote thereon, thereupon the stones, a copy of the law of Moses, which he wrote in the presence of the children of Israel. And all Israel and their elders and officers and their judges stood on the side of the ark, and on the side before the priests of the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, as well as the stranger, as he that was born among them, half of them over against Mount Gerizim, and half of them over against Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of the Lord commanded before, that they should bless the people of Israel. And afterward he read all the words of the law, the blessing and cursings, according to all that is written in the book of the law. There was not a word of all that Moses commanded, which Joshua read, not before all the congregation of Israel, with the women and the little ones and the strangers that were conversant among them. Right? So the strangers, people that, there was a people that sojourned with them out of the lands of Egypt that were strangers. Okay. And now we got Rahab too, unless she didn't say that she ran to a different land or nothing. She must be with them also. All right. And they were all together with the children of Israel, and going about and doing the things that Israel did, the traditions and things of that nature also. That's what the conversant is talking about. All right. So there you go. So Joshua finally gets the city of Ai, or I don't know how, whatever, done. Okay. And he gets it done, and they get it done correctly this time. They did it with a little strategy, and they got it done. So there you go. There you go. Who's there? Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. We're looking at Joshua. So it's 5:17 Eastern time now. So what we're going to do is that's basically it for Joshua 8. And we're going to come back. We'll be back at 7 p.m. So an hour and 40 minutes from now, we'll be back with the Work of God study at 7 p.m. And I want to thank you guys for stopping in. Hit the like button, please. Hit it for me one time. Hit the thumbs up button on the YouTube. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. Just, even if you're watching this after I've aired it, just hit the like button, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. That's all it takes. Nothing else. No tithing, no money, no seed sowing, no ads on the studies at all, period. All right? It's all straight through for you. And I want to thank you for stopping by. But this is it. That's what they're going in. Taking the land is what they're doing. They're taking the lands. They're getting it. They're getting all the cities of Canaan and all the different lands that's inside of Canaan, and they're starting to inhabit and possess them, as the Lord said He would do. He told Abraham, "That's what's going to happen. I'm going to do it," and now it's taking place, and we're seeing it. So I hope any comments, please post them up, chat, post it up, whatever have you. Get it done. I want to converse with you. I want to talk to you, see what you got, see what you know. Teach me something. Tell me something. So there you go. So we're just getting refreshed on everything and putting it into the archive of the study. And I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping in. And I hope to see you on the next study. I'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes with the Work of God.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.